Here is what the bookies and the market think the top 6 will look like at the end of the season. And Coventry and Ipswich up automatically with, we'll do it how it is on the screen there, but we've got a tie for 5th. So let's say Middlesbrough playing Millwall or Preston in one playoff and Watford playing Millwall or Preston in another playoff. First things first, finally, some respect there for Preston, who have been tremendous this season. Heckingbottom's been tremendous. They do not lose, but look at that. Only Coventry have lost fewer games than Preston North End. And understandably, for God's sake, Preston were dropping like a stone. And someone correct me if I'm wrong. I think they were going down at one point on the final day of last season. Did when Bristol City got level and someone scored? I can't remember. But anyway, they could have gone down on the last day of last season. So you can forgive the market if you're being a very wise after the fact Preston fan. You can forgive anybody for not thinking that Preston were going to be in a playoff picture this season. But they jolly well are. And I get the lag for that reason. And look, Preston have gone 19th, 17th, 18th, 10th, 7th. And put some respect on their name. Preston now projected by the market to finish in the top 6. They got them tied up with Millwall in 5th. Preston are currently 4th. They have 43 points. Can they score another 40 in the final 20 games? That's 2 points per game. Probably won't need that, will they? Let me take 2 off that. Can they score another 38 points in 20 games? That would take them to 81. I think they'd be playing at home in the first leg of the playoffs if they do that. You've got to remember, Bristol City last year, 68. And you need another 25 to do that. But we do think that was very much a low watermark points-wise. But Preston, we say, surely not. We say, why not? Then we say maybe. And now we're saying probably Preston for the playoffs. Millwall, the same. And Millwall are a non-mover there in 5th. So, fascinatingly, we've had teams drop out of the playoff picture. I should have mentioned the massive fall from Southampton. They are our biggest fallers, along with Birmingham. Southampton and Stoke have been budged out here by Preston and Watford, who we're going to come on to. But Millwall are standing firm. Last 2 times we've done this have been 5th, both times, and they are 5th in the table. Should we read something into that? I remember doing a show with Jack, the betting expert last year, Jack Wright, and he said 5th place was West Brom's spiritual home. Is 5th place Millwall's spiritual home? They have won a lot of games, haven't they? 12 wins in 26. Only the top 2 have won more. That sounds like a playoff team, doesn't it? Only the top 2 have won more, for goodness sake. Millwall tracking 5th in the bookies' estimations, the market, and in real life. Look at that, 8 points in the last 4 over that crazy post-Boxing Day period. Here come Watford, everybody. A giant climber and a significant climber because they have gone from 9th last time to 4th. So the market already quite liked them. And let's be honest, there's not much of a lag here because Watford have been quite good for a while now. We can say they've been quite good since Javi Gracia appeared. But if you actually track it back, they got 7 points in a 3-game week before that, didn't they? It was peak Pozzos, wasn't it? Take Petzolano out after he scores a 7.3-game week. What are you going to do? But Watford, man, they got some quality, haven't they? I say these names every time, don't I? Loser, Chakvatadze, Iran Kunda, Mama. Got options, Semedo, Keremgard up top. I know the lad's just gone back to Man City and played and scored for Watford, but they have got some individual quality to win them some games. And maybe it's Premier League sheen that they've been up there very recently. I know they've been down since, when they got relegated, 2019, no, 2020, 21 they would have gone down, wouldn't they? Watford, am I right in saying? Or maybe, I can't remember the exact the exact year. But they've been down a wee while now. Parachute payments have run out, but maybe that Premier League sheen has made the market take them more seriously than Millwall and Preston. You can tell me the sense in that, because currently Watford are 6th and Millwall and Preston are above them, but the market thinks it will be the other way around. The most important thing here is Watford, for the first time this season, are valued as a top 4 team. And we've had a switcheroo. And this is a very quick switcheroo, because Ipswich and Middlesbrough, we'd spent the whole season waiting for Ipswich to drop out of the top 2, and they did last time. Middlesbrough have spent the whole season waiting to get in to the top 2 in terms of the markets list. And we've switched straight back 1 month later. There's 2 obvious... This sounds ridiculous. There's 2 factors here. Middlesbrough's form and Ipswich's form. Yeah, go figure, Ben. But let me say that in more detail. Ipswich have, without necessarily being blisteringly balletic and wonderful on the eye, have been moving into promotion output in terms of the points going on the board. And I don't think a double in December over Coventry does any harm to your odds. They are big games that are live on TV, sort of a first against third or whatever you've got. And that does move the needle when it comes to the betting markets, doesn't it? So Ipswich, it tracks. If you take the first 4 games out of it, where you could argue Middlesbrough had a hot start and Ipswich hadn't got their squad sorted out, then Ipswich are second. But the universe doesn't work like that, does it? You can't just pick your favourite portion of the table. And obviously, Middlesbrough, erratic. Hellberg in, 4 straight wins, goals flying in. Next 4 games, 1 point. Couldn't hit a cow's backside with a banjo, 80 shots, 0 goals. Next game, 4-0 win. Happy days. Will the real Middlesbrough please stand up? Please stand up. But the market has moved in lieu of that 4-0 win. So we'll see. It might move back. The table has Middlesbrough second, but remember, Ipswich had the game postponed last time and Middlesbrough made the overtake unchallenged there. It's an interesting battle, and 2 things are particularly fascinating. One is that the market says Coventry have got this sorted and second place is between Ipswich and Middlesbrough. If you look at the odds, Coventry are odds on. And Ipswich and Middlesbrough are nowhere near that, but they are significantly ahead of everyone else. So we debated this actually with Sam Parkin. You can check that video out in the archives. How does this look? Do we get 3 teams closer together if Coventry's slowdown continues, or do Coventry ride it out and it's a 2 or maybe 3-horse race for second place? The market believes it's a 2-horse race for second place between Ipswich and Middlesbrough. I must say, before we get to Coventry, FA Cup this round, Preston out, Millwall out, Watford out, Middlesbrough out, Coventry out, Ipswich qualified. Now you can say Ipswich are a year 1 parachute team who have loads of squad strength and should be able to cope. But just do me a favour, go and take a look at the schedule. And remember that Ipswich have that rearranged fixture against Pompey, which gives them another 3-game week they didn't want. And they're going to play in a minimum of the FA Cup 4th round. Another extra 3-game week that none of those other 5 will have. And remember, we have 3-game weeks and we have Easter to contend with as well. So even though Ipswich have a lot of squad strength, do you start to factor in fatigue and fixture frolics? You tell me. But Coventry, Lampard was very tunnel vision as he is. They have got 20 games to get this done now, Coventry.